Greg Patrol for that wonderful skit. Okay. Now we'd like to honor someone who has been on both sides of the Troop 248 experience. Our Scoutmaster, Joe Crow. He grew up in Troop 248, first becoming a Boy Scout in 1978. He later served 11 years as Assistant Scoutmaster, and then in 1997, he took over the Scoutmaster role. He will be stepping back into the assistant position now. Here's Mark Ellenberger to tell you more.
We're having such fun with the stories, maybe we'll start with that. My son, who's in Burlington, Vermont, being an emergency medical news, sent us just a short note this morning, and since I think Anthony is almost the only person here who knows who my son is, I asked him to read that. So if you would.
Sure. So we never had those. Too fancy. I'm assuming you can all hear me, and if you can't, well, that's too bad. So I've been asked to read this letter from Evan regarding Joe. I'd like to thank Joe for his service to Troop 248 and the countless scouts he's influenced over the years. I'm certain that without him in this troop, I would not have learned as much, enjoyed myself as much, or stuck it out to get my eagle. Joe, I hope that you realize just how much you've meant to us scouts, and also that you can finally catch a break and sit in that proverbial lawn chair. Evan Allen. Something. I think I can only really express the exact same sentiment as Evan. Joe, you've been there countless times for us. Everything we've ever needed for the past 10 years. I've known that if I called you up, you would have been there for me, and you've helped us change this from, I think when I joined there was 15 scouts in the troop? And that was, like a record year for us. So, looking out at this crowd now, it's really just kind of shocking. So, thank you, Joe, for everything you've done for me as well as everyone else in this community.
Do this again. Are there any more hands that would like to say something particularly about Joe? Great, yeah.
I've been looking skeptic, Joe.
I have a letter here, a note to Joe from my son Mike, and it says, "It is an honor for me to write to you all today for the special celebration of the accomplishments of Joe Crow. I have known Joe since I was in 5th grade when I first joined Troop 248. It was he who gave me my Boy Scout handbook, and in doing so opened up a world of opportunities for me. As Scoutmaster of the troop, I saw Joe as an example of what a good leader is. He gracefully walked on a fine line between being an overbearing leader and one who acts with laissez-faire." Mike's in college, that's where he's I've always admired the dedication and loyalty to the troop that Joe demonstrated and tried to follow his example as I took on my own leadership roles in scouting. As I begin my next stage with the troop as a newly made Assistant Scoutmaster, I cannot help but look to Joe as an example of leadership. He too graduated from Troop 248 only to return as an adult leader for many more years of tireless service. I have enjoyed the years I spent in Troop 248 under the guidance of Joe and look forward to the coming years as a fellow Assistant Scoutmaster. Joe could tell you a lot about how he watched me grow from a boy into a young man. I could say the same thing about him. Okay, so maybe he was not a young boy when I first met him, but what I mean is I've seen Joe strive to be a better person and a better leader. I firmly believe that we never stop growing and learning, no matter how old we are, nor how long we may be with an organization. Joe has exemplified this belief and seems to ceasingly learn from the scouts themselves. Although he has a lifetime of scouting knowledge as both a scout and scoutmaster, Joe has shown a great deal of interest in all scouts, from the youngest tenderfoot to the oldest Eagle Scout. and takes time to meet with each one periodically, especially if one has not had a Scoutmaster conference in a while. In this way, he continues to learn through the stories and insights of the Scouts and flatters them as he asks for their opinions on troop issues. Joe has had a strong influence on my Scouting career, a major part of who I am, that I felt no hesitation in presenting him with the mentor pin of my Eagle Scout Court of Honor. He is a great man, and I thank him for all the sacrifices he has made to the troop. And for each one of us, I wish him the best in his future endeavors. It gladdens me to know that he will still be an integral part of Troop 248 community. Thank you, Joe Crow, for the many years you've dedicated to the Scouts and the families of Troop 248. Mike Farthing.
And it reads, Joe Crow, in gratitude and recognition of over 2 decades of exceptional leadership and service from the Scouts of Troop 248. And the second is a gift in kind, a gift in cash. How do you decide what to give as a gift? There's no amount of money that can say, oh, we appreciate your time. There's no token that can really be given that says how grateful we are. But we're going to try anyways, and this is a gift certificate for the Apple Store, which we know you frequent, and we hope you enjoy it.